What's up, y'all? It's Terrence. I'm just back at it again with another video. My last video I made was, I think, last year, September, and it was like a big leap for me. I feel like I never really talk about like my emotions and like what I go through for my mental health. On a normal basis, basically like on camera. So that was new for me. So I was like, let's try it again. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I was like, let's run it back. Let's run it back, and let's deep dive again. So today I wanted to talk about validation and invalidation of your feelings. So I wanted to start with how I realized like what my emotions were, like and how to deal with them. Um, so as a child, I felt like I was very emotional about certain things, and then I reacted the way, a child would. Like sometimes angry outbursts, like if a parent was being stern, one parents would say I was spoiled, but that ain't on me, that's on them. They spoiled me, quote unquote. So I feel like if I didn't get my way, I definitely had like probably an outburst. So I probably didn't have control of my emotions as a child. But I feel like as you get older, or as I got older, so I would say started middle school where things kind of started going left with my mental health. Not for left all the way, but started shifting towards my mental health when you hit puberty. When I hit 13, I feel like I needed certain things in my life, certain figures in my life, and those figures went away. So I feel like my mental health kind of went away a little bit as well during that time period during middle school. During middle school, I had different figures in my life, definitely my mom, but other figures, like paternal figures, were definitely not there. So I feel like I needed that space to be open about what I was going through in that time period at 13, having a career starting with football in middle school. And I feel like I was doing it, to be ultra masculine, like the toxic masculinity trait that society plays on, young males. I just feel like I was big, I had to play. So I was like, I played. So I feel like that was the start of like where mental health started becoming a thing, where I started like kind of feeling sad about, certain things going away from my life during that time period. So that's kind of where I felt my emotions, but I don't think I had like a good handle on my emotions. Growing older, passing middle school and graduating, I feel like basically I base my emotions, off of my scholastic experience more than at home because you're in school most of the time. So you're with your friends, you're with different colleagues when you start, working in high school. And I just feel like that's where I got more aware of my emotions, still no control. I feel like now in college, like I'm nearly at the end of college, about to graduate next week. So it's like, I feel like now it's more control. Now, almost leaving college, I feel like I have more of a handle on my emotions. Especially if you see my last video, you know I went through some things mentally where I had to get equipped in with my coping mechanisms, my coping skills. So I feel like learning that process and learning those coping skills led me to know my emotions, know my triggers, and when I don't know my triggers and I feel triggered, know how to handle that. I'm definitely still struggling with it, but it's a learning process, and I feel like as a human, you just grow and evolve like every year. And if you don't, you're not growing. You're not human. You're a robot. You're a robot. Okay. So for me, meditation, journaling, but yeah, those are some of the coping mechanisms I use. I definitely pray. When I meditate, I feel like it's cohesive with praying, because I always feel God when I meditate. And sage, I have my sage. I sage every day or every other day or when I can, because I'm really busy sometimes, especially during this time period where it's senior send-off and stuff like that. But that's kind of how I came to grips with handling my emotions, coming from as a young child, having those outbursts and having those difficulties from different people leaving my life. Now I feel like when I'm triggered by certain people leaving or like certain things happening that are my triggers, I definitely have a good handle on my emotions now. So more into the topic, really, basically that was a little background. So how I learned to validate my feelings, I feel like I'm still struggling with that. It's crazy because as a male, you're taught not to cry as much. Like you're taught to tough it up. Like brush it off. You get up, you fall. You're not supposed to cry. You're supposed to like brush the dirt off and get back up again. That's what they say. But sometimes you can't brush the dirt off. Sometimes you need someone else to brush the dirt off for you. So it's like, um, to learn to validate your feelings and not invalidate your feelings is like a big thing for me. What I learned was when I feel like I need to cry, if it's a certain situation that's propelling me to cry, I feel like I'm gonna let them tears run down a little face, like a little couple little tears. I ain't even going, not crocodile tears, like real tears and like real emotion. So I feel like I feel that emotion then, and then I eventually don't dwell in it, but I feel like I definitely feel the emotion and try to like venture off from it later on. But feel the emotion in the moment is definitely for validation of my feelings personally. I used to feel like I had to hold back my tears because, oh, that's nothing to cry about, like gaslighting myself. So that was definitely invalidating my feelings. Say you're having a conversation with your friend and you feel like you can open up to them, say, oh, I'm going through a breakup, or say I'm going through mental turmoil, or say I'm struggling with classes, or say I'm struggling with my identity, like I don't know what to do. And they just feel like, oh, we're young, you don't have to figure yourself out now. Oh, you're gonna be okay. Like, that's a validating feeling from a friend. I feel like for personal growth and when you personally invalidate your feelings, get aware of that, get attention span of that, and disassociate from that as soon as possible. Like, you feel yourself crying, oh, it's nothing to cry about. Or you feel yourself having a mental breakdown, oh, this is nothing a mental breakdown about. Like, I'm just I'm gonna sleep it off. That's the worst thing. People be like, I'm gonna sleep it off. What? That's the invalidation of feelings king. Like, don't ever feel like, oh, I can sleep it off. I tried it, it don't work. You can sleep it off and you still won't come back to the same feeling. So it's like, make it make sense. Needless to say, invalidation and validation feeling is a growing thing. You just have to figure out how your feelings come in and then how they come out. So that's how you invalidate your feelings. It's really a growing thing and a personal growth thing and a personal development thing. So I definitely still struggle with it. I feel like everyone struggles with invalidating their own feelings, and people invalidating their own feelings. So it's a growing thing. Definitely got to grow up with it. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do my meditation and my saging with y'all in this video. So yeah, stay tuned. Remember, your feelings are always valid, and I always end up with my feelings are valid and I love me. So that's kind of how I always end my meditation. So thank you for joining this video and signing off. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, do all those things. New to YouTube and new to making content. So yeah, stick with your kids, your boy T-Bud, boy Terrence. Bye.